The next tool that I want to discuss is Canva is a graphic design tool which gained huge popularity. It's owned by Melanie Perkins at a very young age. She's really doing a great job, make this tool available for everyone and make graphic design more easy. So they also utilize the power of AI, but what they excel in is they make everything much more faster and easier than before. I'm still an advocate for Photoshop, Lightroom, Illustrator, all the Adobe suite. But I noticed as well, like most of the people use Canva because it has a really great templates, it's easy to use, and you can make it more scalable. In that aspect, let's dive a little bit deeper into where the power of Canva actually is. So why visual works those builders down? There's a lot of people, they're just overthinking design, right? We live in a media economy right now, so attention and images and animations and videos and everything is basically money, right? So you have a lot of noise in there, and what people now focus on is like getting as much content out as possible to see what is working and what is not, because you're competing. Even if you focus on like small detail perfection and you post it, it might be that people don't even see it at all. So don't overthink any kind of things like design, right? A lot of people like creating again a new design. In the end, you just want to create a lot of templates, and these templates you just change. You just keep changing, and then you create more templates and more templates. And in the end, you have a huge database of a lot of different. So waiting on designers. So you don't want to wait on designers. You want designers to set the tone. You want designers to make the most amazing templates, but to actually do things fast, you don't want to wait on them, right? Inconsistent visuals. A lot of people want to create everything like a unique artwork, but in the end, you want to have a lot of things that work perfectly together, right? Design blocking execution. A lot of people think I need this before I can do some stuff, right? It's like the chicken and the egg stuff. Is oh, I need this to do that. No, you can let work in parallel, and by taking control and ownership of the output, you also have control about the speed, about what you're doing. So the builder rule for visuals, right? Visual support the message, they are not the message. Keep that really in mind. A lot of people, they just focus on the artwork itself, unless you're like a famous artist, or like you're making beautiful painting. The artwork itself is not the message. It only supports the message. So it actually provides more context to the thing that you want to say. Clarity over creativity, consistency over novelty, and speed over perfection. In the end, you just want to push out as much as possible and to see what hits, and then amplify that one. So what Canva is responsible for? You can do layout structure, you can have some visual consistency, you can use your brand all the time. Again, fast iteration, because you can share it, everyone can access it, and you can do everything from any computer anywhere without needing a very expensive fast computer. You have assets centralization, so it's beautiful. You can see all your assets over there, and you have output at scale. So how builders use Canva? So capabilities. So these are not actual use cases. So reusing layouts, blocking structure, swapping content around, like changing titles and all these things. Maintaining hierarchy. So make sure that there's a visual system and identity that's being reused, and reducing any decisions, right? So the less decisions you have, the faster you can execute and the more things you can get done. Easy peasy. Oh, templates over designs, like I keep stressing this, right? Also with all the other things like Google Docs, Google Sheets, everything you do, think from a builder perspective. Make sure that you create a lot of templates that you can reutilize for you and your team, right? So for layout templates, you can create, for example, a few carousels, slides, and thumbnails. Let a designer create like a bunch of them, and then you can do it yourself, or you start already from the beginning, and once you bring in more revenue, let other people do it to make it more beautiful. Content slots, right? So you can have a nice image with a headline, there's somebody in a call to action with a button, buy now, get now, click here, etc. Brand rules, so you can create a whole visual system in Canva. But the visual output loop is, a lot of people keep looping, like iteration, iteration, iteration. But in the end, it's very simple. You have an idea, you copy one of the drafts of the templates, right? You make it even into a template, then you have the output, and then you reutilize. So you can have everything, and before you have a huge database, right? I actually use more or less the same, but I use it for Figma. Figma is a little bit more advanced, right? So over here, let me just show you a little bit. So you also can see what I'll be doing, right? So for Figma here, all these assets, boom, there's so many different assets. But in the end, you just create one system, right? So you do this and then you copy and then copy and copy. And before you have a whole library of different things, right? It's more from the system approach. You don't want to do every time the same stuff. You just copy stuff, change the image, and then speed very fast. You can see how many assets we produce, right? Yeah. So Canva misuse patterns. So designing from scratch, stop it. Don't design anything from scratch. Don't overuse using effects. Just keep it simple, like same as this meme, right? They just have an image and some text on there. Keep it clean, simple, and sweet. Pixel level tweeting. It doesn't matter if something is a little bit to the left or right. It doesn't matter. Keep in mind it assists the visual. It's not the actual visual itself. Stop chasing trends, because same with fashion, same with AI, there's always something new. Stick with the style and then execute that style perfectly. And then in the end, once your company is a little bit more matured, let's say a few years into the picture, then you can just update it and don't do constant style changing. Not necessary at all. It's very distracting. It's very damaging. I see a lot of people get lost into it, like especially in the past, like when I was running like a brand agency, I see a lot of people, especially decision makers for larger companies, they want to iterate, they want to have everything perfect. And I feel like in the end, it really doesn't matter, right? Where Canva fits in your stack. So after thinking, after writing, after AI prompts, then you design the assets and then you publish it. Very simple, easy. Don't have to get into the details of that. Why builders care about this? So faster publishing, they can do everything faster. They don't get creative fatigue, because coming every time up with a new concept is very time consuming. It's also like draining, right? And in the end, you just want to have some consistency as well, right? So predictable output is easier. Delegation. Yeah, let's show Canva a little bit, right? So for me, I don't have a good example account, but I can just show you around a little bit, right? Over here, you can even say what you want to design. I want to design a marketing brochure for the MB industry, right? Because they make that a menu card, new card or brunch restaurant. Press enter. Sorry, this is searching. So Canva AI, right? Design. Okay, bring it to life. Okay, it's doing something, right? You can talk. It is so easy, man. I remember back in the days, you have to like brainstorm and do everything. Now, brainstorming gets everything already done for you, right? After you basically come up with something, what Canva very strong at is that they basically can set up some projects, right? You start a new project and then you will add your project over there. And this is the point where you collect all the visuals, all the stuff, everything together. And then you can just change it, right? So these are some templates. They use a lot of templates. You can just utilize it with certain elements that you can use very easy. Yeah. Then again, I'm not gonna make this whole how to use the tool, but more on the theory side. There are tons of YouTube videos available how to use it to do it. But I just want to let you know the tools which are necessary for you to build out your own company in a fast and cheap manner. All right. Oh, just want to check this one. You already have a brunch menu, right? I like this one. Make it at the prices and I make it in black, white, saying something. Fun to check it out, right? You can get endlessly lost in it. All right. On it, I will get started on menu card design for a brunch restaurant with price in the bold black. Right. Just heads up, I might be able to. Okay. All good. I think you got the gist.